lathi charged. So Prime Minister asked him to resign. So if we give clear picture to our lawyers, then it will be possible. And what we personally feel, it is in the interest of Indian lawyers also, provided Indian lawyers are also being allowed to practice outside India. It should be on reciprocal basis. So that furthermore the conditions, on what conditions we have to allow, that is also being considered, whether the foreign lawyers, because under our Advocates Act, mere appearing in the courts is not on the practice in law. Chamber practice is also practice of law. So lawyers have the right to have the consultancy, legal consultancy, even if I am not going to court. In India today, the income of the lawyers are basically of those who practice in corporate law, who have not seen the courts, because when they have the foreign clients, they bring foreign money, investors in India, they charge accordingly. Because when you go and appear in the courts, then you are charging very less, because you are being paid per appearance, not on the basis how much money you got investment in India. So this thing we require little bit hard work to propagate, to tell the Indian lawyers, to tell the lawmakers in India that what will happen if foreign lawyers are being allowed. And we will be discussing among ourselves on what terms and conditions. As I told, legal practice include the opening of the office and licensing. When you are giving legal advice, this also the part of advocacy as per Indian law. So whether a person, a lawyer who has committed some misconduct in India, person means the advocate, attorney, where he will be liable under which act, whether the country of his where he is enrolled basically, or of India, whether he can be, action can be taken by both the statutory bodies, original bar council, like suppose if a lawyer is from UK, the law society or the bar council or the bar council of India. So the question arises whether two places you can be prosecuted, and for the misconduct. Criminal is different, criminal action, but for the misconduct, under professional misconduct, whether you can be penalized again in the by the two authorities. That because earlier, as I told, we were totally opposed. The Government of India wanted a discussion with us. When the Commerce Secretary has written a letter to us, I flatly written a letter in reply to this that we can't give any suggestion on which terms and conditions we can allow, because when we are totally opposed to the entry itself. So now when we feel yes, foreign lawyers have ultimately to be allowed under the GATT agreement, and when we also feel that it will be of interest of the Indians at large and the lawyers especially, then we are thinking and we will be framing some guidelines on which line, on which conditions we have to, the Indian government has to allow. So now we will, within 2-3 months, we will discuss ourselves. Plus, we are required to hold some seminars, as well as on the issue of arbitration. So we were discussing that we can hold seminars in 2, 3, 4 places like Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore. Bangalore is also a place where our foreign investors are interested, and Chennai, Hyderabad, 4-5 places.
Because in Madhya Pradesh there is only litigation based practice. There are litigations of civil, criminal service matters in crores of
because their state, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, is having so much
in all the places
mines,
high courts,
mineral resources are there, and so many international multinational companies are working there.
For the starting, you can have seminars in metro cities.
So
metro cities second phase will be.
we offer our full support. We will finalize within 2-3 days the dates, and in which we will invite the officials of the law ministry, the members of parliament, our bar leaders. That will be done before our final, this conclusion of our talks on 16th. We will finalize, we will give this specific dates, disclose this in our press conference. For this, Law Society and our Bar Association will work jointly, effectively, and I hope, I can't say that within this year, but because as I told, we can't, without giving a proper message, without teaching our lawyers who are not, when I and he was not aware, when we are on this 9th of December, we had rallies throughout India, and BBC had interviewed me, direct interview. That day also I told no foreign lawyers will be not allowed.
But now you are saying it will be allowed.
So, why? So, why?
It's in the light.
It requires, so we have to send a clear message, and that because nobody will be ready till they get the proper knowledge, information.
Dialogue is the best method,
because nobody can force.
He went there, then yesterday we went to that company, law firm. We are here, the one message which the all law firms are giving, that you are not interested in the actual court practice, and that is how the Indian lawyer is apprehended.
Yes.
He is apprehensive of this, that a lawyer would come, he would come from any other country and would sit in the court, have a nice chamber, and he'll eat away all the work of the
as I said
lawyers.
yesterday,
I am fully aware that if foreign law firms are allowed, the foreign investors will have better faith. Competence
Confidence.
is confidence.
Confidence, yes.
Competence means
Every lawyer thinks in
Competence is
Competence.
because she knows that the legal profession and the
Yes, she said confidence because you know the competence will be with the Indian lawyer.
so because initially the legal practice or for investment also, the investors want stability. They want that they will have the right to engage a counsel of their own choice. When they will be having the right to appoint a counsel of their own choice, then they feel, because in this legal profession or in medical profession, this is the faith which matters. Nobody want to spend single penny. You may be very rich, but nobody will like to waste money. So when the foreign lawyers are being allowed, then the foreign investors will be happily, they will be like to spend, invest money in India. And as you told that you are not going to practice physically in the courts, and once you are taking their brief, you are the main consultant, legal consultant, and then you are engaging the services of Indian lawyers, then you can charge also double. Because you will charge your fees as well as our fees.
But then you can charge more
by
as
any
well.
by any means they are going to charge with the international standards.
Correct. Plus, so naturally it will come.
Your rates will go up.
Proper share will come to us.
So the corporate law rates will go up. It's
Yeah.
something-
So we are fully aware of this, and we are taking this message with this understanding that the foreign lawyers will be not appearing in courts. They will be basically doing the work of bringing the foreign investment
It's advisory
in
work.
India, and you will be the main legal advisor, retainer, and then you will be availing the services of our Indian
We
lawyers.
will need the services of Indian lawyers.
Yeah.
It will be absolutely
That is an
fundamental.
important point to make actually, because if you look at all the markets where international firms operate, over time, if you look at their offices, a lot of the people who work in the offices internationally are locally sourced people, because you want people who understand the culture there, who actually can deal with day-to-day work there, and also deal with international clients as well. So over time, you will find that Indian lawyers will get opportunities in a lot of these international firms to be part of a sort of a larger firm. So I think you should forget that as well. It's not just a question of transporting people from the UK and putting them there,
Yeah.
because it doesn't work and it's not cost efficient for
It will
firms to
be
do it.
costlier also for you,
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Right?
That's why we need properly locally trained lawyers.
and you will be not in a position to properly plead the case of your client also.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because we're not trained in Indian law.
Yeah, that's why. That is when the fresh people were asking why you are not, and I told because they don't know the Indian law. When they will give the wrong, give the judgments, rulings of those judgments which are not practically possible in India, so this will make wrong law in India.
Absolutely.
That's why we are opposing. So when Indian lawyers know the Indian law better. When you have to plead in India, you have to plead in accordance with Indian law.
And you have to use an Indian law. to
So
defend.
if you will try to argue, you will be losing.
Yeah, the other thing I would say is that people often think that opening up to foreign lawyers means
So-
you open your doors and the foreign lawyers come through.
Yeah.
Actually, you can design the regime for foreign lawyers that you want, and if you look around the world, different jurisdictions deal with them in different ways.
Yeah.
And many of them say you must register with the local bar association, you
That we
pay the
have
fee
to
to the local bar
discuss among
association. you
bar
know, so-
association and this thing,
There are
and
many
you
interesting
also we will like to discuss on what term and condition whether a lawyer, law firm who is having the office, who is entertaining the clients in Delhi or in India, under whose jurisdiction the disciplinary proceedings can be launched.
But
That-
we have, Mr. Agarwal, we have like, if you go to neighboring state like Haryana, then their bar associations, they have a check. I, being a lawyer from Delhi, I cannot go and appear in a Faridabad court because they say that if you appear there, you engage in services of a local lawyer.
It's the same in America,
yeah,
it's the same in Canada, it's the same.
those kind of checks and balances can be there in the.
Exactly. So we are thankful and we are happy with your courtesies. And although we were late because our delegation could not get